Hello everybody, today with a short video on how to get started on YouTube. Hey guys, today I'm going to give you the most important piece of advice, in my opinion, on how to get started on YouTube and in general on creating video content. Now, I myself have just gotten started on YouTube as well, but I've been creating video content for the last 10 years, such as short films, and out of my experience, there's only one piece of advice you really need in the beginning. Simplicity is key. Now, don't go off buying expensive camera equipment or microphones or whatever, because you don't need that in the beginning. What you need in the beginning is content and good ideas. Now, a lot of you out there probably have a good smartphone. Just use that smartphone camera, because the camera in that smartphone is just as good as any camera you might even want to buy for your low budget you have in the beginning. Same thing goes for a microphone. You don't need an expensive microphone. Your smartphone has an excellent microphone. Now, when it comes to editing, don't go off buying an expensive editing software. There's so many cool editing softwares out there you can get for absolutely free, and it's absolutely enough for you to get started right now. You don't want to make fancy cuts anyways. You just need the simple cuts and simple titles. You don't need special effects. You don't need tons of add-on packages. No, just start off simple, because again, I think, in my opinion, content is key. If you have a good idea and you have something important to say, or you have something important to show to your audience, you don't need fancy effects or fancy cuts or fancy equipment, because they're not going to see that. What I focus on when I watch a video is the content, what the person is trying to tell me. Sure, later on, it's just that cherry on top if you have good video quality and your sound quality increases a little bit and you have some special effects. It's just going to make the picture a little bit more round. But when starting off, content is what absolutely counts. And don't go investing into expensive equipment, expensive softwares, because that is just going to raise the expectations to a level you don't want to be at yet. Because when you have all that stuff, you're going to have the picture of failure branded in your head. If you find out later on that you might not even want to do YouTube or create video content anymore, then you're not going to have to spend all that money on expensive equipment. Nowadays, it's very tempting to go on websites such as Fiverr and get yourself a cool intro and a cool outro and maybe a cool logo, but in my opinion, in the beginning, you don't need that yet. Start off with creating cool content. And if you want to make an intro, if you want to say something with a title, just use the title the editing program you got for free gives you. Because at the end of the day, you just want to give the audience information. And in the beginning, it doesn't really matter, because what matters is content. Because in the beginning, what matters is content and what you say to the audience and what you show the audience. And if you put passion and love into making your videos with the equipment you start off in the beginning with, the audience is really going to see that. They're not going to go, "Ooh, the camera quality is not as good as his," or "he used that cheap editing program, I don't like his video." No, if the content is good, the audience doesn't really care. Now, if later on you have an intro or an outro to go along with it, or you have some special effects, or you have better video quality or sound quality to make your sound a little bit more crisp, that's going to be the cherry on top. But start off simple, guys, and don't get too ahead of yourselves, even though I know it's tempting, and I've been in that situation before too. But just start creating some content and start putting stuff out there and reach your first subscribers, and then maybe peu à peu, step by step, invest into some new things, maybe to reward yourself step by step, and see how that goes, and see how you wanting to make videos for your YouTube channel progresses, and how you feel about that in the future. So I hope you guys found this video a little helpful. Now, guys, I'm not trying to be a lecturer here. I'm not trying to be the smart ass. That is just what I found very helpful for me and what I've seen with a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people and they have agreed with me on that. I'll be back with some more hopefully helpful tips for you guys. Until then, ciao, tschüss. Bis denn.